Hello YouTube, this is Triple Valve Metro Camel. Welcome to the video today and welcome to the channel. Much appreciated for your company today, and I hope you're having a great and fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Okay, I'm going to be talking to you today on the video about this locomotive that you see before your very eyes. It's a Hornby Railways Princess Royal class, Lady Patricia, and the catalogue number is, if you can see this, it's R2448. And I've done a previous video about this on one of my old channels, and I'm going to post a link on the description of this video so you can scroll down and click and watch it to see what I'm talking about. The reason I'm doing this video today is because I've done quite a few enhancements cosmetically on this loco, and I want to show you what can be done simply by using some spares and repair parts from identical locos, and how basically don't throw nothing away. Even if it doesn't work anymore, don't throw it away. Always have what I call a bits and bobs pieces box. So basically you can put all your spare parts and stuff that you don't use anymore but it's going to come in handy, because you never know when you'll need it. And that particular type of scenario happened the other day when I got this out of the box, and I thought, well, this is really bugging me because it's a nice loco but there's quite a few things missing on it, and to source them on eBay is quite difficult. There's a guy called Peter Spares who does quite a lot of stuff in terms of replacement bits and pieces for Hornby locos and various other makes, and you can find him on eBay. But the stuff that I wanted was quite hard to source, so I'll talk you through what I've basically done and how I enhanced this loco and cosmetically restored it. Okay, so looking at the loco on the previous video, you'll see there's quite a few bits missing, or was a few bits missing off it, and I'll show you how I replaced them. So all I did, basically, starting with the loco itself, the hooter, the whistle, was missing. So we've now got a Stania correct whistle on that area. Try and bring it in as close as I can, as you can see there. So we've now fitted a whistle on there, that's glued in place, and it's the correct type of whistle. And moving down to the front of the loco, we put some front steps on. As you can see, they're on there, and it makes the whole loco look much better. One of the things that we're actually missing, I'll just pick this up again and show you, on this side of the loco, on the underside of the cab, on the fireman side, you've got these pipes, and when I received the model originally in the post from eBay from the seller, they were broken off. As you can see, they were supposed to be underneath there, and there's actually the remains of the bits of plastic where it got broken off. Now that came in the post like that, damaged, and the seller really cheekily said, oh, there's nothing wrong with the loco, it's in mint condition, hardly ever been run, the only thing is it's DCC converted. So all you got to do is convert it back to analog by putting a blanking plate on the chip, which I did. But I was really wound up to think this person had sold me a loco, and there was quite a few things wrong with it. So that was missing on there, and also the tender step in this area here. I'll bring this in on the zoom. It should be helpful, won't it, so you can see what I'm talking about. Right, yeah, this step here was broken off completely, so I had to, it was in the box luckily, but I had to glue that back in place. Underneath the drawbar, I'll show you, let me zoom out again, apologies. The drawbar itself, on here, this sprung drawbar was completely broken. Basically, it was very loose and it wasn't doing anything. It was hanging on for dear life. So this had to be sourced from an old Duchess class loco I had. Basically, they sourced the screw and the drawbar, the whole assembly. That was basically resourced. The screw that retains the rear pony truck. This is the old type of pony truck, not the fixed car Tarzi truck that you've got now on the Hornby locos. This is the old traditional free moving pony truck. This screw, there's a spring inside there, and this long screw. the screw was completely, the thread was worn completely, so it was literally just sitting in there and it was dropping out on the track, so that was not good, so we had to replace that. But basically what I did earlier, I basically gave her a bit of a repaint as well. I'll just show you. I'll take the camera off the tripod. Let's bring it a bit closer, so that's better, so we can see. Right, I hope this picks it up at home. What I did with these handrails originally were black, but they got very tarnished and very worn. So what I did, I repainted these handrails along the side of the boiler. Gave those a nice black coat paint there of matte black, and just repainted those all the way along there, and done the same on the other side as well. Painted the handrail on the front of the smoke box as well, gave that a lick of paint. What else did I do? Just, oh, the front steps, that's right, I put some front steps on there and painted those as well, so they're in position and painted. The tender, all I did on the tender was basically just paint the handrails on the side here. These were a weathered colour. I didn't really like it, to be honest with you, so I thought I'd have a little bit of relief there, so I painted these handrails there on both sides, and also I gave a little splash of paint on the handrails there and on there as well. Right, so that's the overall cosmetic appearance of the loco. She looks obviously much better. The only thing that's missing is a set of pipes that go underneath the cab on this side, which were broken off when I received the loco, so they're missing. I'm not sure I'm going to source those, but maybe you'll have to make some or something, I don't know. Anyway, moving on, I'll show you exactly where I sourced the parts from, so stay with me and I'll be back very shortly. Hi everyone, welcome back to the second part of this video. Thanks for joining me again. As you can see in front of you, this is the donor loco, which we cannibalized in order to get the couple of little spare bits and pieces that I needed for the Princess Royal class, such as the hooter and the front steps. It's an old mainline Jubilee, and these are very, very old locos. You can get these a penny to a piece on eBay. There's loads of them around out there. I got this originally in 1994, and it was second hand from a place called the Tracks Model Railway Centre in Sawbridgeworth, which is I don't think no longer in existence, and it was like a massive little unit of model railway spares and repairs and second hand stuff, and it's a good little place to visit. And at the time when I was working for Railtrack, it was handy because often we'd go up to a training course to Cambridge and the train would stop at Sawbridgeworth. I could jump off there and go in there and spend some money. But anyway, happier times. So this loco, as mentioned, is the one we actually took the spare parts from, and as you can see, she's in bits and pieces and she's not going to run anymore. The reason I took the parts off this is because the actual loco itself, it's a poor runner. The motor's very loud and very noisy. It's not a great runner, and we've got a problem with this centre driving wheel. The screw that retains these con rods and driving mechanism, it's sheared off. The thread's broken off inside there, so there's no way we can get that out and replace it properly. So to be honest with you, it wasn't a great runner, as mentioned, and for what it cost to actually replace the parts to do this again, it's far easier to go on eBay and buy the same loco on eBay if I really wanted to get another one. So this is basically a spares and repairs, and just cannibalize it, whatever I need to do on it. Another thing as well is the chimney I actually drilled out and removed originally. This is not the original chimney. This was part of the soothe smoke unit, insulated chimney that goes inside your loco, and what I chose to do was experiment with this and put a smoke unit in it, and it didn't work very well. So That's another reason why they don't want it anymore, because it's a bit of a mess. And we took the front steps off this as well. As you can see, there was the steps that went on there either side of the buffer beam. They now belong to the Princess Royal Class Lady Patricia over there, and so we just took the steps off that and cannibalized it. So this will not work anymore. The motor's actually okay in it, but it's okay in terms of it works, but it's not great in performance. And one of the things is the gears, I think, have gone on this, because you can actually turn it by hand, which you shouldn't be able to do. So if the gears are nice and tight, they will not move when you apply pressure with the hand. They should only move when the motor turns it electrically. So there we go. So that's pretty much knackered, but it's good for spare parts. So if we were going to do a loco going to a scrapyard on the back of a low loader, we could weather this up quite easily and just have it as spare parts. Or what I might do at some stage is take these con rods off and these driving rods and just weather them up with some weathering powder and some weathering paint, and have them sitting around the loco depot by the steam sheds as spares, or repair junk on the floor, that sort of thing. So we done that, and that's the story behind the loco. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you found it useful. And my point of the video is, despite me waffling on, is the fact that if you've got a loco at home that you buy off of eBay, or you've got a loco that has got bits and pieces missing on it, and you've got a loco that you can source things from, don't throw the loco away, because they do come in handy. I mean, even stuff like these steps here on the cab, you can see these steps that go underneath the cab bit here. You could very easily get a modelling knife and just trim these off, and a similar loco that maybe didn't have steps, you could put those underneath somewhere, and you can certainly use those. What else? The handrails, for example. We've got handrails on this loco still. These can be clipped off, and these can be placed in on the loco, or you could even use them for something else. So the point is, I'm making today, is don't throw away locos that don't run anymore. Unless you're going to put them on eBay for sale, always try and use them and use bits and pieces off them, because they will come in handy for other little projects. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, and I hope you enjoyed the vid today. And what I'll do, I'll finish off this video with a little bit of running, and I hope you enjoy. See you soon, take care. Level crossings can be dangerous. Don't run the risk. They're there to keep you safe and let the trains pass safely across the roadway. Don't do what this foolish young man did, taking a shortcut across the tracks. Oh! Sadly, this little boy won't be coming home ever.